Computer. Good morning, Cathy, and thank you for joining us this morning for a little discussion. Cathy Bartrop is the owner of Travel Guru TV, and I've known Cathy for many years now, and she's from within the travel industry, and she has been running, I think, for almost 13 years now, Travel Guru TV. Cathy, can you tell us what is your business? What do you do?
Okay, morning. Okay, so, well, it's travelguru.tv, which is important, not to be confused with travelguru.com, which is an Indian company, actually. And actually, I've been working in video since 1994, so almost 30 years. But travelguru.tv in its present form is essentially a travel video production company. And the business has evolved over the years, taking advantage of the changes in technology, the ability to stream video. When I first started producing video, we were distributing on VHS cassette, so that's how long ago it was. But of course, everything has changed now, and particularly so in the last decade, where mobile technology and phones in particular, cameras on phones in particular, have just transformed everything for me. So essentially these days what I do is produce content, video content for a range of clients, tourist boards, tour operators, cruise lines. And my particular niche these days is targeting my peer group, the 50 plus traveller, who I feel are generally underserved when it comes to video marketing. There's obviously endless millennials out there filming,
Yeah.
but not so many in my peer group. And for the last 5 years, I've been filming almost exclusively on iPhone. So basically taking advantage of that technology, using all my experience that I've gained over the years to produce low cost, but hopefully high impact video reports that help convert sales, basically.
Wow, that's really interesting because, now everybody's on their computer, everybody's on Zoom, everybody's worried about their backdrop, and some are creating artificial, pictures to pretend that they're in their hotel or wherever else that they want to portray. But you've thought about this so many years ago, you're over a decade ahead of all of us. What is your advice? What can people be doing because you mentioned the iPhone, what could people be doing with their iPhones to capture nice things? What are the opportunities that lay out there?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? I've been watching, obviously everyone's been watching a lot online and on TV the last couple of months, and what's fascinating to me is how people have embraced mobile filming of necessity. So I think that is going to be a game changer moving forward, actually. And the truth is that, if you've got a decent phone, iPhone 11 is the latest, but anything from an 8 onwards has a really good camera on it. I actually use an iPhone 8 Plus at the moment, which is a similar camera to the 11, and the results are astonishing. You can get the settings right, and you can produce 4K broadcast quality footage. So I think really anyone can film, that's true, but the skill really is in the editing and the storytelling and engaging your audience. So before you even start filming, you need to think about that. If you're intending to use the footage in a promotional sense, you really need to consider your story, what it is you're trying to say, and then build the footage around that. But yeah, it's exciting. Literally anyone can, create a film.
Sure. But what aspect do you enjoy the most, and why did you get into this in the first place? Because I know you had a very strong career working with some of the leading brands out there in travel. Why did you give all of that up to start your own business?
Well, I wouldn't say I gave it up. My entire career has been in the travel industry. I started out working My very first job actually was with Saga Holidays as a graduate trainee way back when. And then I went to Thomas Cook and actually started my own business in 1989 with my father, who was a travel writer as well. So I kind of fell into video production, and for many years I did that alongside some travel writing and promotional work. So I had fingers in quite a lot of pies, but video has really become my passion. I mean, I just love it. And of course it allows me to travel, which is my other passion. So I mean, I am very fortunate to be able to do what I do. And yeah, very frustrated at the moment that it's all on hold, of course.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But as you say, there's a lot of planning that goes into it before you actually pick up the camera. So what can people be doing before they reach out to you, or as part of that process? Because you may not be able to go out to them and create the masterpieces that you do, but I presume you can start the discussion, you can start the planning, you can start the script writing even now. So if people wanted to reach out to you and get some help professionally, what should they be thinking about when they're reaching out to you?
Well, it's going to, I think this whole period is obviously giving everyone a chance to step back and reflect on how they're going to promote themselves moving forward. And my personal opinion is that, you know, we're going to be affected in lots of different ways. People's budgets will be squeezed, there'll be travel restrictions. So trust is more important than ever. And in order to foster trust, you have to tell stories that people can engage with.
Yeah.
So I think the days of glossy, staged, trying to make things look picture perfect are going to fade in favor of people sharing their stories, being human, being passionate about what they do. And video is a great way to get that across, because, you know, not everyone can craft a wonderful editorial and convey that passion. But when you talk to people and they're passionate about what they do, it's engaging, it's naturally engaging. And the fantastic thing I found working with mobile technology is that people aren't fazed by it. So in the old days when we were doing full crew productions, you know, it's the big shoulder held cameras and people were like rabbits in headlights as soon as the camera was turned on. That's also fading. People are used to it now. They're used to doing this, to talking on camera. So you get very natural results and you get very genuine results. And I think that's what any hotel or destination or, you know, travel product should really be focusing in on, what their USPs are, what their stories are, what experiences they can offer, and sharing those, not in a sense of armchair travel or virtual travel, but just inspiring people to want to come and find out more. So I mean, but I hesitate to say, yeah, everybody just go out and make their own films, because it's not as easy as people think. You know, I've been doing it for many years. I've learned a lot of other people, and I'm now in a very fortunate position. I can harness all that experience and hopefully produce, you know, engaging content. But it's always a challenge, and there's always, you know, different factors that can influence your filming. So my advice during this period, during this sort of lockdown period, is just to give it lots of thought, so that when the things do start to open up, you're ready to start telling those stories, positive stories, you know, and getting people excited again about coming to visit and to travel.
Fantastic. Cathy, thank you very much. My advice to anybody listening or watching this, and my advice, I'm going to forward this to a couple of my clients and friends in other countries, is to reach out to you and start that discussion and start, you know, engaging you while you have availability. Because I imagine once the lockdown ends, you're going to be on a plane and you're going to have back to back, because the need has never been greater. So reach out to travelguru.tv, Cathy Bartrop, because I think she can add a lot of value to what you do. Cathy, thank you so much. Lovely chatting to you. And I look forward to meeting up for a drink in the near future.
Great. I look forward to that too, Jean-Marc. Thank you very much.